Hi, this is Dhirendra. Welcome to the channel called Psychology of Minds. In this video, we will be discussing about a very controversial, puzzling topic which we think it is very obvious, but it is very difficult to be defined in simple few lines. The word which we are discussing is consciousness. Now, in this video, we will try to have some understanding of consciousness in our own way, different types of consciousness, how different philosophers have tried to categorize that, how do we measure consciousness, and how philosophers have put in what were the old methodologies or explain. So let's begin the video with a basic definition of consciousness. When the first word which comes obviously to us is aware. So when we are conscious, so basically a consciousness is awareness about our own self and the environment where we are operating upon or where we exist. So when we say awareness, it basically means a direct ability or ability to directly know, perceive, feel. All of it will be knowing, called awareness. So when we are aware of some data, when you are aware of some experience, when you are aware of some feeling, basically you have already know how it feels like to be, or how it is to taste a food or tasted something, or you have already done something, or when you run, you know how how it feels to be running, or when you are on the sea, you know already how it feels to be in the sea, although it will be your own perception, but that's your experience, that's your awareness. So that's how the word awareness is defined. Now coming forward, the words consciousness have been again fuzzy, debatable, disputed, yet in the past it was related with our intelligence, with our volition, imagination, perception. These days consciousness has been kind of categorized into four different categories: feelings, emotions, cognitions and perception. So once we have these three or four characteristics, or either of these four characteristics, we can say that we are conscious of any event or a state or a situation, or like the scientists try to put in that man's own understanding of its own behavior, then he is conscious of himself. That is one aspect of it. Many scientists also try to define consciousness as when you are not under deep sleep, when you are not under coma or anesthesia. In all other scenarios you are conscious except for these three, like deep sleep, under coma or under anesthesia. So that again is one aspect of it. But when we look from the non-human side of it, which every organism has, that survival instinct of needing food and of being away from the danger or the threat, that also is called consciousness of itself. So it can start from something called protozoa is conscious of its existence, of its life. So that's why it tries to gather food for itself. But again, can we say that apes are fully conscious of their own environment, where the understanding consciousness is how to define types of consciousness? So one of the scientists or one of the philosophers who is currently teaching in New York University, Ned Block, has defined two types of consciousness: phenomenal consciousness and the access consciousness. Phenomenal consciousness, he says, are the ones which are directly available, like the colors we see, the vehicles we move, the food we eat. It is directly available to our senses of feeling, hearing, seeing, touching,